Hey, what is up guys? So I am back, and today I'm going to be talking about something that you guys have requested I try to make a video on and give you my thoughts on this subject. Now what I'm talking about is of course Captain America Civil War, bringing us the introduction of two brand new characters. One being T'Challa the Black Panther, and the second being the much awaited MCU debut of Spider-Man. Now a lot of people have raised a lot of questions and kind of concerns regarding why Tony Stark would recruit Spider-Man instead of someone like Daredevil. And I honestly think this is quite a good topic to cover and give you guys my thoughts and see what you guys think about what I'm saying, and see if you guys maybe have some other insight, or if you guys can come up with some other reason. So with that in mind, obviously there is going to be slight spoilers in here, but I'm pretty sure most of us have seen the movie by now. Now the obvious question is, well, why did Tony Stark recruit a 15-year-old kid? And why did he not recruit this 30-year-old guy who he probably already knows who exactly he is, that he's a lawyer and that he is trying to fight for the good side? Now I say this, and I say that Tony Stark probably knows who he is, because as we've seen in this movie, Peter Parker is pretty much, out there. He's on YouTube and all that, but he's kind of still hidden. He's not very well known as Spider-Man does become known in the grand scheme of the Marvel Universe. Now Tony Stark seems to have been keeping tabs on him, and obviously seems like that he's been keeping tabs on other people around the world, probably more superpowered people, to try to see who is who, if they're a threat or anything like that. Now obviously as Tony Stark is sitting up there lounging in the Stark Tower, Avengers Tower, whatever it is now, you could probably see that he at some point probably ended up picking up a newspaper, looking at the local news, and heard of this Daredevil, the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, and probably did a little bit of digging looking into it, and was able to sooner rather than later figure out who exactly this person is. So why didn't he necessarily recruit this person instead of going for that 15-year-old kid? And now I'm going to talk about the quote that came from Captain America Civil War's writers. And the quote is, "I think he has been taking tabs on the world, and he knows about this one kid. I think in some ways there's a motivation of being accused of killing a young kid earlier in the movie to maybe I can rebuild karmatically some of what I've lost by helping this kid along. And he's there, he's available, and Tony's desperate." So just by that quote, I think you can kind of extrapolate a connection that Tony Stark has. Obviously what happened in Sokovia, and obviously he knows that this kid is very intelligent, as he's already looked into what school he goes to. This is implied in the context, and he knows that this kid is very intelligent from being able to build his own webbing and things like that. Now when he looks at Peter Parker, he sees a younger reflection of himself if he didn't have money. He can tell that this kid has a bright future. And what if he's caught in the wrong place at the wrong time? He wants to really take him under his own wing and hopefully shape him into a better future. Try to give him that future so he does become a hero, so he becomes well known, so he doesn't make mistakes. When he looks at Matt Murdock, this guy's 30 years plus, he's down in probably some of the worst parts of New York you could do. Like, he looks at him, this guy has already chosen his path. Is he going to be able to convert him? No. Is he going to be able to, convince him to fight Captain America and stand on that side? Probably not. When you look at Peter Parker, he's so young, he's so naive that you can misshape that in any way you want, and he's not really trying to go, alright, I'm going to take Peter Parker and I'm going to really tell him all these lies. He's just trying to say, listen, kid, from my point of view, this is the right thing to do, and this is why you should help me. He can't really go out there and get some of these other guys who are already fighting their own battle, doing their own thing. But this kid is relatively unknown, and as he says, Tony's desperate. He needs some fresh new blood, because this new blood hasn't already, shown up. It's brand new. You can't anticipate it. And he can tell him some of the other people's weaknesses, such as, hey, go for Captain America's legs. Now, this same aspect is actually mirrored in Captain America's team, because when they get Scott Lang, the Ant-Man, the other guys don't necessarily know who this is. And maybe Tony Stark does know that he can shrink, but none of them know that he can go giant. So this is also another surprise that throws a wrench into predictability, which makes both teams kind of look at each other in a different light. So hopefully that was kind of what you guys wanted me to talk about and explain. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If not, let me know what you guys thought about it. Do you guys think this is just a dumb way to kind of shove Spider-Man in there, or is there something behind it? Well, let me know down below. Hey guys, Armin here, just reminding you that this video was made possible thanks to patrons. If you guys are interested in supporting us and making sure we keep the lights on, check out our Patreon where you can join other fans in supporting the CBC, delivering content you guys have come to love and expect. And if you can't do that, give us a like and a subscribe. That goes a long way too.